Hello, everybody. Welcome to Powerful Views with Karan Gandhi. In our third episode, I'm going to speak about attitude and its importance. A few days ago, Rita grumbled to her dad that her life was hopeless and that she didn't have the slightest idea on how she planned to move ahead. She was burnt out by the constant battles she fought. Just as she settled one issue, another one waited for her at the doorstep. Her dad, an expert cook, took her to the kitchen. He filled 3 vessels with water and put each on a burner. When the 3 vessels started to bubble, he set potatoes in the first container, eggs in the second, and espresso coffee beans in the last one. He then allowed them to boil without saying a word. Rita groaned and waited, wondering what was happening. After 15 minutes, he shut the burners. He removed the potatoes from the vessel and set them in a bowl. He pulled the eggs out and set them in another bowl. He then, at that point, spooned the coffee out and put it in a cup. Going to her, he inquired, "Rita, what do you see?" "Potatoes, eggs, and espresso," she hurriedly answered. "Look nearer," he said, "and feel the potatoes." She did that and noticed that they were soft. He then at that point requested her that she enjoy an egg and crack it. Post pulling off the shell, she noticed the hard bubbled egg. He then asked her to taste the espresso coffee. Its fragrance brought a smile on her face. "Dad, what does this mean?" she questioned. He then enlightened her that the potatoes, the eggs, and espresso beans had each been confronted with the same complexity, which was the boiling water. But each one responded in a different manner. The potato went in solid, hard, and persistent. However, in boiling water, it turned out to be delicate and powerless. The egg was delicate with the slender external shell guarding its fluid inside until it was placed in the bubbling water. Then, the interior of the egg turned out to be hard. But the coffee espresso beans were novel. After they were presented to the bubbling water, they changed the water and made a tasty, fresh beverage. "Which of these is you?" he asked Rita. "When hardships knock your door, how would you react? Would you react like a potato, an egg, or the coffee beans?" In life, many things transpire around us. However, what genuinely matters is the attitude you display during those situations. As it is said, life is 10% of what happens to us and 90% of how we react to it. Our attitude is challenged by other people as well as external factors. Should we allow adversity to stop us from moving forward? Should we allow a negative person to ruin our day? We can either regard our dilemmas with anger, bitterness, and frustration, or we can pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and move forward knowing all these things will work in our favor eventually. It is interesting to note that aircrafts have instruments called attitude indicators. These instruments measure the position of the aircraft in relation to the horizon. When a plane is climbing, it has a nose-high attitude, and when it is descending, it has a nose-down attitude. When pilots wish to change the altitude of the plane, they simply adjust the attitude. Similarly, the success we find is deeply influenced by the attitude we have about life. We can choose to go through life with a nose-down attitude and see nothing but the ground, or we can go through life with a nose-up attitude and continually see the stars. We cannot control things that impact our lives, but we do have responsibility for the attitude we have as a result of them. Zig Ziglar said, and I quote, It's your attitude more than your aptitude that will determine your altitude. This means having a positive attitude will bring you up higher in life versus having a negative attitude even on a rainy day. So whose attitude will you emulate, my friends? The potatoes, the eggs, or the coffee beans? With this question, I leave you at this thought. I hope you enjoyed this powerful episode of Powerful Views. This is your host Karan Gandhi signing off for the day. Keep safe and stay happy.